So here's a quick tour on the 90 square foot apartment I lived in for 5 months in 2012, located in downtown Vancouver. This is the work area located under the loft bed I constructed out of cheap lumber and painted black. The loft has a clearance of 5'9", which is just above my standing height. As an aspiring audio engineer and music producer, this is where I spent most of my time. While not acoustically ideal, it served me well in my last few months of attending audio school. On the far side of the room is the kitchen area, as well as the head of the bed, where I kept common nightstand type items. It's 10-foot ceiling, which is the factor that made all of this possible. At the foot of the bed is where I kept all of my clothes, some hanging, some on the wire shelf, and some in a small IKEA nightstand. IKEA products played a big role in the organization and functionality of this apartment, which is shown best by this wall holding all of my kitchen utensils and dishes. Because the only fixed lighting source of the room was one small wall-mounted light, I installed additional lighting to the underside of the loft controlled by this dimmer switch. I also installed this high-intensity light for when I needed a very well-lit working area. I used this padded chest as my main and only seating area. It offered extra storage, which I used for laundry, tools, and other random bits, such as Guitar Hero guitars. Very important. Here's a closer look at the head of the bed, as well as the kitchen shelving, which held a toaster oven and microwave all above a mini fridge. At the foot of the bed, I had a second computer monitor, which was connected to the Mac below, so I could watch movies from the comfort of the bed. The unused LCD mount seen on the wall was going to hold the monitor, but I installed it too close and ended up moving out before I got a chance to mount it further back. Here's a better view of my clothing storage, which was fairly basic. It's actually a closet shelf that I bought from Home Depot. Above the door are 2 mounted shelves where I kept items I didn't need to access very often. On the back of the door hung a few jackets. I kept a couple of fold-out chairs here as well for when guests were over. This is the only source of natural light in the room. It's a skybox that runs through the length of the 4-story building to a skylight at the top. The dark square means my neighbor doesn't have her lights on. Here's the electric heater and its controls. And here's one of 2 collapsible tables I made out of scrap wood and an old IKEA cabinet door. When extended out, it becomes my food preparation area and my eating surface. Here we have the sink area, where I installed a little corner unit for holding toiletries. Above is the air intake for the room for circulation and a small light I installed. And here's the switch for the light. And here's the towel rack. And this is the main attraction. It took some planning, but it was incredibly functional. This, along with the loft, made my apartment one of the prime examples in the building of what you can do with such little space. I even started custom building lofts for other tenants in the building as a side business. The building features around 50 rooms with slightly different layouts and sizes, including rooms with outlooking windows onto the street and in the back out to the alley.